Hello and good day. This is Punchline. Happy weekend. How are you doing so far? I am Sammy Ajufo. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the program Punchline on First News Nation. As usual on Punchline, we focus on national politics, and we're just going to give you, for this particular episode, a gamut or something of a review of what's going on in Nigeria, the political space. Interesting stories making headlines, and we still have episodes where we'll be talking about the latest political stories. But for now, let's just go straight into this. The review of the big stories for today. Let's start with the first two. The first one is that the CBN officially has had its shakeup. Now, there are two key organizations in Nigeria: the Central Bank of Nigeria, Nigeria's number one banker and the banker to the federal government. The Central Bank of Nigeria has had a shakeup. This shakeup as well is going on in NNPC Nigeria Limited. But for now, let's talk about the Central Bank of Nigeria. Now, it was speculations. In some other episodes of this program, we sat and discussed who are the possible replacements to Godwin Emefiele, the embattled former CBN governor. Well, we brought up a few names, but never in our imagination did we ever think, did we consider the possibilities that this person, who is now the central bank acting governor, will actually be on this list. Well, there are still many other surprises President Tinubu is about to unveil. And from what we understand and what has been his modus operandi, President Tinubu is always appointing people he has worked with before. And so what you could do, what I could do, what everyone will be watching is who are the men who worked with Tinubu from 1999 to the year 2007 when he was governor of Lagos State. One or more of those men most likely will make it to become top members, top officers in Tinubu's government. Olayemi Cardoso has made it to become the acting central bank governor. To be honest with you, I never thought it was going to happen. I never even considered him as one of the people, but he was on Tinubu's, Tinubu's government in 1999, and then he had moved from place to place, eventually ended up now as the nominee for the president. Now, the Senate has not ruled. They have not okayed it yet, but we don't really expect anything much. We know the Senate is going to rubber stamp it. It's nothing new. We're not going to have any opposition whatsoever. Olayemi Cardoso is as good as the central bank governor. As a matter of fact, when his name was announced, there was no need of saying there was going to be a confirmation by the Senate because you know why, Yeah. Anyway, he's now the acting CBN governor, and this was announced by the Director of Corporate Communications of the Apex Bank, Dr. Isa Abdul Momun. The acting position continues until his confirmation by the National Assembly, which is just a waste of time. Just go ahead and resume. A swearing-in ceremony had been conducted, and all the directors of the central bank so far have resigned from their position, giving way to a new set of directors in the Central Bank of Nigeria. Now, that's a very interesting story. We're going to see how Olayemi Cardoso will be leading the central bank, the issues that have befallen Nigeria, the free fall of the naira, the economy, the interest rate. We're going to see how Cardoso brings out a policy that will bring the economy back on track. And let's hope that Olayemi Cardoso has no political ambition after any time in the future while he is governor of Central Bank. We saw what happened with the previous occupant. But talking about the previous occupant, can we talk about the fact that it's just today or yesterday when Cardoso was confirmed, or when he took over as acting central bank governor, that's when we heard Emefiele had resigned. So all the while Emefiele was going through all the things he was going through, being in court, almost fainting, being taken to court by the DSS, fighting with the correction facility people, all those while he was still the central bank governor. Yes, Fola Olayemi Cardoso, had been acting in capacity as CBN Governor, but Emefiele just resigned. So it's not like he was just told to step down. But why didn't they just sack him? Why is it? So he still was CBN Governor up until this moment that Dr. Olayemi Cardoso became active. So it goes to tell a lot about what's going on. Now, should we also ask the same question about the EFCC? Abdul Rashid Bawa, has he actually resigned as the chairman of the EFCC? Or while he's being investigated, is he still receiving salary? Is he still having the position of the chairman of the EFCC while he's still under investigation? So, with the resignation of Emefiele, of course, you know that the drama will continue. We're not going to hear the last bit of Emefiele's ordeals. But for now, the central bank now has a new helmsman, and when the Senate reconvenes, they would just say bow and go because there will be no need for anything. We're just going to watch and see how that goes with Tinubu's government. We have a Minister of Finance. We have a Minister of Budget and National Planning. To many of us, wrong choice, but Tinubu knows best. Now we have a governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. Will this show the policy direction for the finance market, for the economy, for every other thing? That is left to be seen. What is Mr. Shonubi's first port of call? When he hits the ground running, like everyone claims they're doing, what will he focus on first? Now we're hearing in the black market, in the parallel market, the price of dollar exchange rate to the naira is over 1,000 naira plus to $1. Is that going to be the first thing that Mr. Cardoso will be facing? What will be his plan? He has been in the finance industry for a long time. So what is going to be the plan of the new central bank governor? We're going to see how that pans out. Your comments are more important. Go ahead and drop them in the comment section below, and we'll be pleased to also review them as we go forward. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe to all our social media handles: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Move a step further, enable notifications on any of these platforms at First News Nation so you could get the latest updates on all our shows. We'll be sharing the link to all this, and we're having an extensive conversation about this on our radio channel, News Nation FM. The link will be on our Facebook, and you could simply go there and just click and listen to the conversation as well as contribute. So don't be left out. I am Sammy Ajufo. In everything you're doing, irrespective of who the central bank governor is, do your very best to stay safe.